powerful woman shaped by growth and purpose. Once underestimated, she chose to rise, proving that transformation often begins in the most challenging moments. Like the ugly duckling who had yet to discover her wings, she learned to find her voice, trust her journey, and step boldly into who she was always meant to become. Known today as Arizona's Queen of Media, she stands as a powerful reminder that courage fuels growth, and true greatness is claimed by owning your voice and advocating for oneself. This is the story of Fleur Magbanua. This is John Saavedra and you're watching The Unlimited.
Hi, John! Come on in! Welcome! Tara!
She's known as the Queen of Media here in Arizona and also a leader with a voice and vision. Happy New Year, everyone. This is John Saavedra, The Unlimited. My pleasure to introduce you our very first episode of the year, Miss Fleur Magbanua Monsor.
Hi, John! Thank you so much and Happy New Year! And Happy New Year sa inyong lahat po.
Yes, Happy New Year. Go ahead and greet everyone.
Yeah, welcome 2026 and I'm just wishing everyone as well ng maligayang bagong taon at sama na ang masagana dun.
Yan. Ate, this episode is what everyone has been waiting for. Because of course, we see Ate Fleur on social media with your TikTok, with your live, with your posts, with all the pictures, right? But this is a platform where we're gonna get to know you better. This episode is brought to you by Skinwell. Gentle, universal, empowering, because great skin should be for everyone. One Outsource, Proxima Outsource Philippines. Cell, Modern American Bistro. Give us a little background about you. From the very beginning, who is Fleur during her childhood days?
During my childhood days, I was really like an ugly duckling. Like, I wasn't pretty, I guess I got bullied a lot because I have like nakausli yung ngipin ko. So parang yun yung source ng insecurity ko.
Yeah.
Because people would call me Apeng Daldal, Bugs Bunny, sa kalsada. So,
What do you mean Apeng Daldal? Because you talk a lot.
No.
Why is that?
Well, kung bakit ako madaldal. I do talk a lot.
Yeah.
Kasi sabi ng mami ko, pinakain niya raw ako ng, alam nyo na, ng baboy.
Why do you say you were ugly duckling?
Because people made me feel that way, including my own family members, like growing up, I won't be included in the Santa Cruzan, in Flores de Mayo. Hindi talaga nila ako sinasali. Pinagkakaguluhan talaga yung maganda kong kapatid. So parang, you always go back to those days na, but I never felt bad about it in a way, and I never considered it like bullying kasi mga kaibigan ko rin yung mga
oo nga.
So parang, and in the Philippines it's okay.
It's okay, parang normalized, but then may effect until now because somehow you use that as an inspiration to be who you are now. Do you feel that way?
I think that kind of fueled me to do better in school. Like, since hindi nga ako maganda, parang in the back of my head, okay, tatalinuhan ko na lang yung sarili ko, magsisipag ako mag-aral. So, yun yung ginawa ko.
So, you felt na to compensate that part, you had to excel in some areas.
Yeah,
diba?
Without really knowing, Basta, gusto ko lang mag-aral, gusto ko lang talaga, number one, palagi.
So, growing up, because you are number one in Arizona, everyone knows Ate Fleur Magbanua Monsor. Let's be honest, Ate. Parang when it comes to event, not only that you attend them, but they know that you're a leader with voice and vision. Parang not only that we know you for your luxury bags sa TikTok, pero you always have that voice. Kapag ikaw yung nagsabi, parang everyone listen. Do you feel na since bata ka, kasama na yung trait na yun sa'yo?
I think so. Like, syempre meron ka mga childhood friends and gusto ko talaga leader nila ako. Pag naglalaro kami, luto-lutuan, gusto ko nananalo ako sa postcard,
that
text,
competitive
very
personality,
competitive, without really knowing, and I really don't know, why, how I ended up here, but it all goes back to your formative years, growing up. So, yun talaga ako. And going back to being bullied. So, Roman, my youngest son, nakausli rin yung ngipin niya. Talagang minimi ko talaga siya.
When you say usle, what do you mean?
Like, it's back teeth. Like, nakaganon. Ang pangit talaga tingnan. And coming from that experience, I was getting concerned. Kasi mahirap lang kami, so hindi ako nakapagpa-brace.
Yeah.
So, syempre dito, mapabrace mo
Maraming
sila and all that.
ways,
But
right?
you know what? I've learned from my kids as well. Like, Roman never felt insecure about it because you know what? No one made him feel ugly about it. And I didn't do it. I
And
just
also,
asked
you didn't
him.
want him to experience what you've experienced. But somehow, parang feeling ko rin, ate, it could be that was a blessing in disguise. Growing up, na you kind of set standard for yourself. Now, you started dreaming. If you could speak to that 10-year-old kid back then, what would you tell her?
I did a great job, like being ambitious in a good way, and very natural talaga sa akin yung pagtulong ko sa iba. Like growing up, I didn't have money, but I would volunteer my time. And it's just sometimes hurtful when you're adult because people would say, "Oh, you wanna be a philanthropist? Eh, wala ka naman pera." Dito na yan na. Yeah. And then I go back and it's like, well, is it just about money to be able to help other less fortunate than you are? Kasi mahirap na kami, pero mas marami pa rin mahirap sa amin. I go to LC Gachas, which is like parang special child. Nagvo-volunteer talaga ako sa mga ganyan. And hindi ako yung, well, Fleur, I can't believe na nasa Young Christians Life Club ako instead of dun sa mga dance troupe or whatever. No, nothing wrong about that. Pero yun talaga yung pinili ko.
So you help through service through volunteering.
And
Hindi naman kailangan talaga pera. Even nowadays, it's not even being wealthy to be able to serve, di ba? To motivate, to inspire, to be there for people, to be able to listen.
Correct.
Pero so from Philippines, I know you mentioned Baclaran Days. I remember during your 50th, I listened to your speech about your Baclaran Days. Can you give us a little highlight of your Baclaran Days?
Oh, Baclaran is always gonna be my home. Yeah, I grew up over there. I left when I was 26. So it's like my home away from my home. So what's Baclaran? Di ba parang
parang kasi siya chaos, right?
Oh, like
fiasco, magulo, ganyan.
Pero andyan ang Mother of Perpetual Help na I served in the church for so many years. Nagtutugtog ako ng rondalya, choir ako sa Baclaran Church. So I grew up in the church as well. And it's funny because a lot of people didn't think that I was religious. You know, I just don't need to show that I pray or go to church, you know. Pero talagang sa ulado ko ang novena. You know, because I was there every single Wednesday.
So ate, you're self-made and we know that you are one of the inspirations of many. But what were the challenges of Fleur Magbanua? Because now they see you as, puti pa si ate, grabe, may Hermes, the bags, the collection, all the clothes, the outfit, the OOTD. But every person has a story, and that is what I want to highlight. What were the challenges you had to face before you reached the person you are today?
Medyo mahaba-haba yan, di ba? But we'll fast forward that. Yung mga challenges, it's always hard to start. But because I was ambitious, I wanna buy, you know, expensive things in a right way. Okay? Not unlike what's going on in the Philippines na pinagyayabang nila yung yaman nila pero nakaw naman sa kaban ng bayan. So, I'm very, very against that. So, and there's nothing wrong about loving money because when you have money, you can help more. Parang ganon. Growing up, I was taught na masama ang pera. So, parang sabi ko, ba't kaya hindi ako yung mayaman? 20 years na akong may business. You know, parang lumaki na lang talaga ako ng bonggang-bongga in the past 3 to 4 years when I changed my mindset that being rich is actually good, you know, as long as you don't step on someone else's feet to get to where you wanna be. So very important sa akin yan. Although some people might say, you know, ginawa rin naman ni Fleur yan. And I agree to that. You cannot stop anyone from copying you and duplicating what they think that would also help them become successful. And I don't have anything against that. I help my competitors. Today, actually, I have consult with someone from Tucson who wants to start hospice. And I don't even charge. I just like, ask me whatever.
Yeah.
So yon. So parang nung time na kailangan ko na magtayo ng sarili kong negosyo, because of course I have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Medyo nandun yung unang-unang challenge na how do I tell them? Kasi syempre parang utang na loob mo sa kanila yun.
Yes.
And they didn't accept it too well. But I never forget, where I came from, Baclaran, my first company here, my first sponsors, hindi ko nakakalimutan. And I think that's why I am more blessed, because hindi ako nahihiya na sabihin at magpasalamat.
That's the thing, the authenticity. I think you talk about it. You're proud to be from Baclaran, di ba? You're proud to have that kind of a lifestyle when you were a kid, when you were bullied. I think that was strengthen you as a woman, as an empowered woman today. Pero was there a time where you woke up and you almost gave up, that somehow, or is it your personality? Kasi you were a kid, palaban ka na talaga, ate. Siyempre, nahon ka ng Baclaran, di ba?
Yes,
but was there a day that you felt that you were at the lowest point in your life?
Oh, many times. Kasi I think being serial entrepreneur, you'll always have your ups and downs, and then it gets so tiring. But because I really love what I do, and I'm happy with what I do, I really didn't come to a point na gusto kong umalis. Because, and in fact, all our businesses are healthcare related. We're just now diversifying because medyo mahirap very challenging. And the challenges, I really welcome them.
Yeah.
Like, I think kaya 20 years old na yung agencies ko is because I welcome the surveyors. When we get audits, I am happy to talk to them and present them all our books. I'm very transparent. And like what I've said, I share because I don't believe in intellectual property. Because someone else has a better idea than me.
That's true, yeah.
So, ba't ko itatago? Parang lang, kahit parang sa recipe. Di ba, kahit i-share ko sa iyo yung recipe dyan, hindi mo makukopya exactly
Iba pa rin, di ba?
Gagawin ko. So,
in delivery, iba pa rin yung, even as simple as singing a song, it's still different. Yung delivering impact, iba pa rin.
Right, yeah. And I also have like a teacher mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I want, yung mga tao namin na also to be better in their lives, and in fact, some of them became our business partners. So,
I like how you mentioned the cycle, ate. Kasi, di ba sabi nila sa Tagalog, kung ano yung itinanim mo, yun talaga yung aanihin mo. Umiikot parang you're being blessed with a lot of things kasi you're willing to help. You're willing to hone others to be successful. Tsaka hindi mo pinapabayaan na sa'yo lang yung mga strategy na you let people actually understand your knowledge. Kasi in real life, we're not gonna be here forever. Kailangan talaga mapass on natin yung mga wisdom natin, di ba? And You've inspired a lot of people. A lot of the community members idolize you. One of them is me, of course, ate. When it comes to media, diba, you were not only a TikToker, but you were from Balitang America. You were sharing stories as well. How was Ate Fleur when she was in media actively with Balitang America?
When I was like doing the newspaper first kasi, diba, I've noticed that a lot of people are nicer. Were nicer to me. But and the real ones stayed nicer to me. Yun ang mga totoo, di ba?
Yes.
But I've also noticed that there would be a lot of yung relationship mo very superficial, and they would tell you only stuff that
What you
wanna hear, but the real ones will tell you the not so good ones to hear as well. And I really appreciate that. And I think that's one thing that is positive in my trait is like I take criticism very well. And it's hard not to feel like a personal issue with the comment and all that. Kasi minsan nagpapatol din ako, di ba? And you know
Yes,
that.
I actually love about that personality. the thing about a successful person similar to you is that you're not afraid to flex, to answer back, to advocate for yourself, because you know you work so hard for what you have that you've never stepped on anyone, that you're willing to tell them this is not right and this is not correct. I have not done anything wrong. And walang problema yon. Para sa akin, like what you said, sometimes we see money in different ways. Depende talaga, ate. For me, there's nothing wrong to flex as well, because I flex stuff too, even milestone. It's if your intention is to inspire and you work hard for it and wala ka na agarabyado, walang problema, di ba? You work so hard, and first person to compliment yourself is yourself. You cannot fish any complimentary from anyone else, because if you do that to yourself, it means you love yourself, that you don't need anyone else to lift you up but yourself.
I like that. Kailangan talaga unahin mo muna yung sarili mo talaga.
I love how you advocate for yourself. Kasi minsan Filipino culture, nahihiya tayo to confront, to tell them this is not okay. Pero dapat talaga palaban na rin yung mga Pilipino ngayon, di ba?
Alam mo, hindi ko talaga matatandaan. When I was working at Mayo Clinic for 10 years, 1 decade of my nursing life, marami akong natutunan dyan, right? And of course, world-renowned hospital. My mentor, you were at my last birthday party. She was there
every year.
She told me that, Fleur, you're so different. Like, why? Because you speak your mind. Not aggressively, but assertively. So, di ko rin alam kung saan ko natutunan yan. Kasi nga, in the Philippines, diba, you're taught to just say yes all the time to authority. You know, I was in a public school, got scholarship in high school and college. Hindi ako na-hire nung hospital namin. Can you believe that? I was the top, humility aside, I was the top cum laude of the 250 or 300 nursing students at that time.
Yung in-expect mo na mag-hire sa'yo?
Yung hospital namin. Oh my God, how would you feel about that, John? Para kasi nampal, di ba? Hindi ako makapaniwala na hindi ako na-hire. And you know why? Dahil mayabang daw ako.
May ganon,
kasi nga very conservative. And you know, I remember why they thought that I was mayabang was the question was, saan mo gustong magtrabaho na unit? Di sinabi ko, gusto kong mag-ICU. Kasi tinanong ako.
And that's the hardest unit, isn't it?
Kinda, And parang kasi pag magaling ka, kailangan nasa ICU ka, which is very wrong. That's not true. But because that's how we thought, we thought about that na, pag magaling ka na nurse, kailangan ICU ka. So lahat kami gusto namin ICU.
To prove yourself then, diba?
Parang ganon. Since merong magme-mentor sa akin na senior, sabi niya, Fleur, dito ka. So nung tinanong ako nung interviewer, sabi ko sa ICU. Ang nagpaaral sa akin sa nursing from second year to college is like, Dr. Mirla Severino, happy birthday, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Diba?
I'm forever grateful to Dr. Severino. Sabi ko, ma'am, hindi po ako na-hire. Tapos sabi niya, Miss Magbanua, kung ako rin yun, hindi rin kita i-hire. Oh my God, nagulat ako. And she's very honest. And you know what she told me? Sabi niya, ba't kita hire? Tuturuan mo lang mga nurses buong dito na maging aktivista daw.
Okay, you might lead some mag-protest.
Kasi nga, makulit nga talaga ako. And I really kind of speak my mind. And, but I don't go against the rule though. I follow the rules. Kasi nga, school spirit nga. Mabait nga ako estudyante. But anyway, syempre nalungkot ako. Like, it's really a big slap on my face.
But I think we need that. Sometimes in life, we need rejections.
That was my first rejection.
You need rejection.
Big one.
Rejection, para sa akin, I've experienced a lot of rejections. Numerous of them. But for me, they're pathway to open doors for opportunities. Feeling ko kung na-hire ka doon, iba yung destiny mo, ate.
True. And you know what? It was a better opportunity. I think. Okay. For me, I landed a job at the Philippine Heart Center. And that gave me the experience that I needed when I got here in the US. Even it was just very, very briefly.
And you mentioned to me, I know there's an advice. Sometimes nagchika-chika tayo, but sometimes people think I don't take things seriously because I like to joke around as well. But you mentioned to me one time, John, you need to have, there's something that you mentioned, the content is mainly stepping outside your zone. Kailangan mag-business ka, mag-ano ka this, parang don't just do what you do as usual and don't be complacent. And I think you show that success na nakaka-inspire na sometimes nasasanay tayo kung ano yung ginagawa natin araw-araw na we don't risk. Right? And you're an epitome of a woman who risks everything, who's not afraid to face challenges. That's why you're so successful. You're not afraid to face challenges, to face people as well. Now, you're not intimidated. You trust your own skills. Ano yung advice mo sa mga tao atin na kinakabahan mag-risk ng business or even to just pursue a new dream? What is your advice to them?
I think you always have to find a purpose. Number one. Okay, and then you gotta love it.
Yeah.
You have to love what you do. But first step, you have to start. You have to take the first step. Okay? But then, find out why you wanna do it.
Yeah.
Okay? Kasi kung di mo alam, or like, okay, you wanna make money, okay, fine. Is there a deeper meaning than that?
Yeah.
Because like, if you don't, parang hindi rin magtatagal. Because you're not gonna be happy.
So you need to have both. Parang have a goal that will give you money, but at the same time, like what you said, kasi parang life is really about purpose. You have to know your intention. Kasi pag hindi mo rin gusto yung ginagawa mo, parang you're dragging yourself to do something just for money and you're wasting your time. And that's not quality of life for me. So money and purpose, I think, combination of the two will be the perfect ingredient for success.
And when you get money, don't get greedy.
And when you get money, know how to use your money effectively and purposefully, right? Yun nga.
Don't be
Money
greedy.
cannot be evil and treat yourself. Kaya nga lahat ate mga Hermes and your bags and everything nakaka-inspire. Hindi naman yung when you open a box. For me, when people actually show this on Facebook, I get inspired. Parang even I watch the house tour. I love watching these reality shows. For me, it's showing the hard work of that individual. It's not really flexing to show off, but it should be an inspiration na kung kaya ng isang tao yon, lahat naman makakaya yon.
Okay, before I got here, we didn't have a house for 10 years. We short sale our first house. Second house. Nag-short sale kami. Tapos di na kami nakabili.
Yeah.
Tapos sinuuna ko talaga yung mga bags ko. So apparently, issue pala yun sa ibang tao.
Yes.
Na, in-invite ko ba sa bahay. Like, and then I'll hear na, hindi naman bahay niya yan eh. Wala naman bahay siya.
But people always have to say,
I know, parang, oh my God, I didn't know they were bothered by it. But you know what? It didn't force me to like, I need to buy to prove.
Yeah.
No. I just, dito ko masaya eh.
Yeah.
Diba? I don't need
It's really
a
your
house.
choice.
Really,
People will question your choice, but you cannot make decision to prove or to fulfill what they want to see from you.
Pero okay na rin yun pag daw may negative publicity. It's still publicity.
And it means the reason why they talk about it could be because there's intimidation. Kasi di ba sabi sa Tagalog, hindi naman babatuhin yung puno ng santol kung walang bunga.
Santol talaga.
Santol,
Oh
or kahit hindi santol, rambutan, saging, or ano.
Kasi favorite ko yan. Ay, ang galing kong magbalat niyan at
ang sarap nyo. Ako yung naano ko sa wall. At sa wall, tapos gagan. Tatapos ko sa wall para mag-open siya.
Titinda ako sa kalsate. Tinitinda ko yan, santol. So, brought back memories.
Yun. So, yun. That's another lesson that I see from you na people will always have something to say, especially in our culture, ate. What is something that you wish that Filipinos will change? Kasi meron din tayong mga negative, mga trait as Filipinos. Okay. Ano yun?
Gusto ko yan. Yung may kasabihan tayo na kung hindi rin lang maganda yung sasabihin mo, wag mo nang sabihin. I think it has, I always see the bad and the good in a lot of things. So in this case, okay naman. it would come from ano yung intention mo,
Yeah.
'di ba? Kung mabuti yung intention mo, okay. Pero kung pangit, gusto mo lang
Kung
sirain yung
constructive, then,
wag
okay.
mo na sabihin. Pero palagi na lang kasing, they shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
But eventually, yung pinagsabihan mo ng masamang balita, after a while, ma-realize nila yung worth or yung sincerity mo. And
Yeah.
then later on, magpapasalamat din sa'yo kung talagang makatulong ka.
Yeah.
Parang yun.
We love to
Courtesy.
chismis.
Yeah, it's
Kasi,
okay.
lang
Yeah.
chika-chika, but then if it's dragging someone else down na it's making up story,
Yeah.
throwing that person, yun na yung nag-iiba. Okay lang yung chika-chika, kamusta na, ganyan? Pero yung minsan, di ba, may mga trait ng mga
Yeah.
Pinoy na ganun talaga. Para kinalakihan sa Pilipinas yung nag-iiba na yung istorya. When you pass an information to to different people, nag-iiba na talaga.
nagbawas na. So ako naman, pag sinabihan ako na sa atin lang, talagang I try to respect that. I think that's the journalist in me. Kahit na hindi po ako nag-aral ng journalism, it was all hands-on with ABS-CBN and my mentors over there.
Yeah.
Na talagang tinulungan ako.
Let's do the opposite. So you mentioned about yung mga story, di ba? Now, what is one trait that you're proud?
Bago tayo pumunta dyan, yung inggit.
Oh, yung inggit. Oh, why?
Yung inggit, okay lang talaga na mainggit. I think
can be good and bad.
Yes, dapat talaga meron kang sense ng inggit to better yourself.
Yes.
Kasi nga parang kung hindi ka na naiinggit, ibig sabihin nun, kontento ka na. And there's nothing wrong with that. Pero kasi yung inggit na para turuin nga yung others, yun yung masama.
So,
And
dapat,
hindi ako nag-wish talaga ng masama sa kapwa.
Oh, yun talaga, ate.
Oo.
I think parang, how do you feel, diba? Oo.
But I've been a victim of like bad wishers.
Yeah.
Na sana,
wag naman ganun, diba?
Bad yun.
Pero I
Ayoko
like
nun.
yung inggit can be good or bad. Kasi
Yes.
minsan, when we see things online or on TV, ang ganda naman, nakaka-inggit, but use it as inspiration. Nako, may inspire na yung use jealousy to inspire yourself.
Yes.
So you could acquire whatever you aim for your life as well. Pero kung inggit, tapos sisirain mo yung tao na wala namang ginagawa dahil naiinggit ka or what, then that one that needs to be overcome. Yun lang yun. So what is one trait na proud ka naman as a Filipina?
Super hard worker.
Yes.
Yeah. Yan yung isa sa trait natin mga Filipinos na talagang kung magtrabaho, talagang sobra-sobra. Nag-umpisa ako
Lahat, diba? Filipinos around the world, they're known to be hardworking.
I've always worked like 3 to 4 jobs.
Yeah.
Even when I was starting in the US and even in a very uncomfortable scenario.
Yes.
And I'm very, very grateful to the first Filipinos that I've met here in the hospital na, registry, telemetry, walang ganun sa Philippines Yung registry, yung papapadala ka kung saan-saan.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, kabago-bago ko lang dito sa Amerika, nag-registry nurse ako. And that means, pupunta ka sa mga ospital na wala naman akong ganun ka background. So, sobrang takot ako, hindi ko na inulit yun.
Yeah.
So, I learned my lesson well and I was very, very thankful to Shirley Soden. Yeah, minention ko siya sa Rizal. Isa yan sa tumulong sa akin. Sabi ko, Fleur, bakit kayo nag-registry bagong dating lang kayo? Kasi wala naman nagturo sa amin. So, nakatakot yun. Buti hindi ko na-lose yung license ko.
Yeah.
And, I'm very, very careful. Yeah.
Hardworking, I do agree. I've interviewed this is with the 24th, 25th episode. From episode 1, yun parate ang nakikita ko sa isang Pinoy. Very hardworking. Now, ate, and I know, and everyone knows, you're into bags.
Yes.
Pili ko pag pinag-usapan yung bags, the first person that comes to my mind, Ate Fleur.
But I'm not just bags, okay?
Yes, but it's not. That's the reason why now that you understand the story behind the bags, right? But if you can be a bag, what kind of bag that kind of fits you, it kind of represent you. If you could be a bag, what kind of bag would you be?
Okay, I would probably be a never full. Because you can put a lot of things and it will never be full. Literally and figuratively. And I just thought about that.
I love that,
I
yeah.
want to say Birkin because it's rare, it's expensive. No, I want to have a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
It's something you
itong
need
bag
on a daily
na to,
basis,
yes,
right?
you can use
Yeah.
daily. It will serve its purpose. Kahit na anong puno, hindi siya magko-complain. Parang
Yeah.
ganun ako eh.
Yeah.
Hindi talaga ako...
Keep accepting. Just keep accepting what life throws you.
Yeah, hindi talaga ako ma-complain kay Jamal lang.
Yes,
Sa
oo.
asawa ko lang.
Tsaka sa bag na wherever you go, kailangan mo talaga siya. Hindi mo siya itatago. Kailangan mo siya, dadalhin mo siya. Hindi mo siya... Kasi parang Birkins, diba, they're expensive. They're too rare na you don't want to use them on a daily basis.
But I do.
Or you use them.
Yeah, because let's go back to my childhood.
Ang dami mo kasi.
No, because I want them to serve their purpose. If I'm gonna be paying something expensive, I better
You want to
use it.
maximize the use of it. Kailangan
And,
talaga.
it stems from my childhood too,
Yeah.
John. Growing up, yung laruan namin,
Yeah.
naka-istante. Okay?
Parang naka-display lang. Hindi mo siya
Display
malaro.
lang, hindi namin malaro. On special occasion lang. In a way, there's also, again, seeing both positive and negative on that
Hindi masisira,
practice.
pero-
Hindi masisira. You look forward to a special occasion wherein you're rewarded to play. Diba?
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas, kung nandyan lang yan, parang
Yung
walang
experience, yung memory na sana na-acquire.
Oo.
Kaso, naka-display lang doon. Parang di ba yung mga canned goods sa atin naka-display? Na instead na nakain,
Yung
nag-expire
kandila.
na. Kandila.
Tsaka yung kandila.
Oo,
na
naka-display.
Hindi mo sisindihan.
No, parang anong use pa nun?
So, oo, parang you're not letting these things serve their real purpose.
Yun.
And again, to each his own.
Yeah.
I'm very, very respectful. So, kung gusto niyo pong bumili ng kandila at ayaw niyo sindihan
Yeah.
dahil nga po mahal at ayaw, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think that's also one good thing about me na hindi talaga ako mahilig mag-judge. Kasi ayokong sinajudge ako.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hindi talaga
Pero ang ganda ng metaphor mo dun sa ate, yung
Sa never full.
laruan. Tsaka yung
At
never
saka
full.
laruan.
I think yun talaga
Diba?
ikaw. Yung ikaw, parang you're,
ko lang
basically the
iniisip.
metaphor of that is that you can be the wealthiest person in the world. You can be so successful, but if your life has no quality and you never shared your success towards others and you don't know your objective in life, parang useless yung success mo. Parang walang inspiration, parang you just a person with a lot of money when you pass, walang legacy.
Yeah.
Parang laruan na wala kang memory. Naka-display lang kasi siya doon.
Pero again, kanya-kanya nga. Kasi yung iba gusto nila, tahimik lang yung buhay nila.
Yes.
And I get that. And again, do whatever makes
Yeah.
you happy.
Whatever makes you happy, right? But now, ate, let's move on to being a mother of 3, correct?
okay.
Now, how do you describe yourself as a mom in one word?
Oy, Diyos ko yan yata
In
ang
one
aking
word.
F. No, joke. Kasi mababait
or
naman
later
lahat
on, if
ng
I
mga
have to ask your
anak
kid
ko.
in the future, maybe 40 years
Yeah.
from now, what word do you think they would describe you?
I think my mom would be very altruistic. Like
Giving.
very giving, very generous, But I don't want to shelter my kids.
Yeah.
Like, I am not like super protective in that sense.
let them
na
who they can be. Yes.
Yeah.
You're giving not in the sense of material things, but your time, your commitment,
Yeah.
your inspiration, your service. Ganun, di ba?
Yeah. And I remember when they were growing up, I was like doing night shift. Wala kang kasama minsan. So, panggabi ko. So, magkukulong na lang kami sa kwarto. Silang tatlo. Tutulog ako, idlip ako.
Yeah.
Naglalaro sila.
Yeah, tapos now they're all
Ang hirap
grown up.
noon, diba? Pero I was also blessed kasi my mom and my grandma,
Yeah.
they both helped me. Oo, kaya nakahataw talaga ako.
Yun, yes.
Yeah, hataw talaga ako. Yeah.
And now as a leader, so as a mom, you're very altruistic. As a leader in our community, how do you describe yourself in a word?
Very servant leadership. Like, I'd rather like do the work, and lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I really honor my word, John. Like, pag nangako
Pag
talaga
one word, yun na
ako,
yun.
yeah.
That's the word.
Like, pag nangako ako, I really try my best. Like, and
Yeah.
if I am not able to deliver, I will apologize. Yeah. But it's hard for me to apologize, but I will.
It's hard because you stick with your words and you try to do the right thing. Kaya kapag nag-apologize ka, it means it's something that you've really done
Yes.
na hindi tama. No, ganun.
Yeah. Or if I hurt someone,
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, thank
I
you
don't
for
wanna
sharing,
hurt
ate.
anyone.
I know there's more stories about you.
Ata nasagot yung
Which
challenges.
one? Oh, what are challenges? Yeah.
Ano pa ba?
How did you, ano pa yung
It's
pinaka-main
very
challenge
hard
mo?
to manage people. And one thing I've learned is not to set the bar high,
Yeah.
but don't expect too much. Oo. Like, kind of lower your expectation.
Yeah.
Kasi pag nag-e-expect ka, pag mataas yung expectation mo, mataas yung hurt. Ang daming ganon. And business is like, you get passionate about that. Totoo yan na pag may disagreement sa mga business partners mo, kumukulo ang dugo. Totoo pala yun. Yeah.
Kasi the people around you are not you.
Yes.
Diba? You cannot
And
control
strong.
them to who they can be, but you can control your mindset about them.
Yes.
Yun nga, parang dapat talaga growth mindset. Kahit na anong mangyari, kahit na sometimes people around us fail, parang they disappoint us, but it's still about how we take it, diba, ate?
And just keep everything in a professional
Yes.
manner when you're in business. Yeah.
So, ate, I always ask this question at the end. How do you want to be remembered someday as Fleur Magbanua?
Mabait. Yun lang.
What's your
Mabait.
wisdom na we should learn from you?
Stay humble, always be kind, and again, know your purpose. Yeah. Be passionate about it, and then persevere and be makulit. Persistent. Kaya sabi nila yung mga bata makukulit daw, mga very successful.
Yes. Tsaka you don't hold grudges. Because I notice, galit ka, tapos later on, nagtitiktok na si ate. Parang wala lang, di ba? Parang you move on. Parang every day is a new day for you. I see it on your TikTok sometimes. Na parang, parang wala nangyari kahapon. May kaaway, tapos bigla nagtitiktok na, parang OOTD. Parang you move on. You need to move on and accept na nangyari na yon, but there are lessons to learn.
Yeah. But as you get older, you realize you can't handle as high of a stress as when you were younger.
Correct.
Totoo yan.
Totoo yan.
Oo, it will exhibit
And you learn a
itself,
lot.
like, in physical symptoms. Sa taas blood pressure mo, papangit ka.
Yes.
Siyempre, ayaw natin
Kaya nga.
papangit.
Tsaka mas importante na yung peace of mind talaga, ate.
Oo,
Yung peace of
totoo.
mind.
Yeah.
Parang sa akin, yun yung walang iniisip before you sleep na wala kang naapakan. Yun yung pinaka-importante.
But being an entrepreneur, it's always a day-to-day challenges, you know. Hindi
You
ka
inspired everyone. That's why you're the Entrepreneur of the Year from
Thank you.
the Filipino Outstanding Gala Award. Thank you so much for everything, ate. For being unlimited in a lot of sense. Being altruistic.
Kaya never full.
Yes. Unlimited. That's the
there
bag.
you go.
A bag. You know, I'm actually very inspired how you answered that question because I kind of thought she's probably going to say Birkins or what. But the fact that you use something that can be used on a daily basis, I did not expect your answer on that one. Parang it shows how humble you are that a bag that you chose is a bag that can be used by everyone and anyone. Na you continue to accept challenges and whatever life throws you, you're still going to be the Fleur Magbanua that we know. Parang yun nga, yung sa bag, kahit punuin mo yan, kahit na anong gawin mo dyan, kakailanganin mo siya at may malalagay ka pa. So ate, before we end the interview, do you have any message for everyone or you want to thank everyone who's been there for you?
Well, again, happy New Year. Sana po lahat tayo maging masagana ang ating 2026. And gusto ko lang din magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga taong patuloy na tumutulong, lahat ng clinicians, lahat ng mga business partners ko, at ang mga community people dito sa Arizona. Maraming salamat po sa kabaitan niyo lahat. And thank you, John.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year. Again, continue to be unlimited, continue to be inspired, and live a quality of life. This is John Saavedra, The Unlimited.